Jack.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to you, man.
What's wrong?
Some shit I saw last night with you.
What did I do?
Kissing that fucking ugly ass, nasty ass bitch in the club, dog. You know what the fuck, man.
Hey, dog, one man's trash is another man's garbage.
But you cuffing that bitch, paying for her shit and all that, dog.
Man, I'm trying to get some pussy.
I don't kiss these hoes in the mouth.
Yeah, I started off doing porn and whatnot. When I realized that I didn't really have a porn dick, then I was like, you know what? I need to do something else. Because what it was doing was destroying my life. You know what I'm saying? Personally. Because when women realized that I didn't have the man tools that are part of a fantasy when you're doing porn, they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, sex me in real life. So I then started telling people about, you know what I'm saying, who I was and what I did. And it was funny. And they was like, yo, you should be a comedian. And I started doing comedy. And here I am, man. I'm working for 51st Comedian Sign G Unit. I'm an entertainer. I am the center of a perfect circle. I'm the question. I'm the answer. Yeah, I'm the beginning. I'm the end. I'm a conversation, man. I'm Jack Thriller. It started off with me just watching porn, then recording myself jacking off and sending it into a couple of different agencies and everything. And, you know, people saw that I knew what I was doing because I'd been jacking off for a long time, ever since I was 12. And, you know, they liked it. They asked me to come in and would I be interested in having sex with actual people on camera? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. That's all I ever wanted for myself. And, you know, I met up with a couple of cooler porn stars, man. Shout out to Brian Pumper. Y'all familiar with him? Yeah. So we did a porn called "Bust Another Die Trying." Yeah, it was pretty funny. I did all the comic relief in there. It was really silly. I was apprentice assistant opening act for this comedian named Lil Duval down in Atlanta. And I mean, ever since I met him when I was like 20 years old, and you know what I'm saying, I just used to follow him around and open up for him, write for him, all bodyguard, anything that he needed, I was down, just trying to, know what I'm saying, get myself into the game because he was already pretty much solidified himself as a star in there. And after a certain time, I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was going nowhere. And I was watching TV one day with my uncle, and we were looking at 50 Cent on Tavis Smiley, and he said he was looking for comedians, writers, directors, because he had just started a new company called Cheetah Vision. And my uncle was like, yo, you should move up to New York and find 50 Cent. I was like, how the fuck I'm gonna move up to New York and find 50 Cent? I ain't even ever been to New York before. And so things were getting worse for me in Atlanta. And I had saw another little special with Chris Rock. Chris Rock was like, hey, if you want to be a good comedian, you got to move in one or two places, New York or L.A. And so I had talked to my uncle again and whatnot, and he said he talked to my other uncle that lives in New York and see if he'll let me come up there and move up there with him and shit, and just to get my things together for about 6 months. And if I could make something happen within them 6 months, I could stay. And if I didn't make nothing happen, then I had to go back to Atlanta. So I went up to New York and I met up with a friend of mine. His name is Ali, and you know he's an aspiring director slash videographer slash editor, along with a friend of his named Chris Alvarez, this is him over here next to me, and we shot a viral video. And you know, one of the sites that picked it up was thisis50.com, and so I was like, oh shit, this is how I can find 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we started sending videos to thisis50.com from there on out for like the next 4 months, and finally had got a response back January 2010, and went up to the office, and you know, they gave us a opportunity to make something out of ourselves with their platform, which is thisis50.com, and That's how I became the G Unit comedian. They threw me on the radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, and the rest is history. And that's how So Disrespectful was born. No, actually, I just moved out. It's funny that you asked me that. I just moved out. Why did I move out of my uncle's house? Because he's really churchy. He's really extra religious, and he gets on my fucking nerves. Every day we leave the house, I gotta pray with him and all that other shit. And I'll be all like, hey man, I prayed to myself this morning. I pray before I go to sleep. Leave me the fuck alone. And he just didn't respect that me and Jesus had our own relationship. You hear him? Stay out of our relationship. Leave me and Jesus alone. Oh man. I'd have to say my most memorable interview would have to be Patrice O'Neal. He's a comedian. Patrice O'Neal, I had been watching his stuff for a long time, you know what I'm saying, before I moved to New York. And to actually just see him on the circuit, you know, and to be able to go talk to him and shit, I just felt like he was a real dude. And, you know, he had asked me to interview him. And I didn't know why. And before I interviewed him, he wanted me to spend some time with him for like you know what I'm saying, 2 weeks and shit. And he would just unload all these jewels on me. All these different jewels on me about the game and, you know, different classes of people that, you know what I'm saying, could hinder me from getting to the next level and stuff. And he was telling me how, you know, people know him, but he's not as famous as he wants to be. And that he was telling me that the game really needed me because, you know what I'm saying, I speak my mind and everything. But he told me at the same time to don't have an opinion, but don't let my opinion have me. And I at the time when I was interviewing him, I didn't see how important it was for me to be soaking up all this information. So, you know, I probably didn't talk to him for like about maybe a month, and then he called me back and said I'm ready to do the interview. I went and did the interview with him and stuff, and then he gave me some more jewels and stuff. And then probably like a month later, he died. And it blew me away because I didn't even know he was dying. He never said anything like that to me, but everything that he would say it to me in the before that, it started making sense. I got it, and I would play. I went and got the raw footage of the interview, and I would watch it over and over and over again just to see, like, you know what I'm saying, what just so I could retain a lot of the information that he was giving me, because it was just that important for me to you know, break down what he was saying. And hey man, I get it now. So for Patrice O'Neal, that was a really, really eerie interview, because some of the things that we were saying inside the interview was real spooky, kind of alluded to him dying. But at me being a comedian, I'm up here thinking we bullshitting, you know, we just playing back and forth and whatnot. And he never said that. He never said anything about dying. And you know what I'm saying? So it was that was one of my prized interviews. And you know what? I got another one of them coming up too. 2 weeks ago, I was at the MTV Movie Awards, and while I was at the MTV Movie Awards, I interviewed Tupac's bodyguard, Frank Alexander. He came to my hotel room. He had been bugging me about this interview for like a year. Then for me to, you know what I'm saying, interview him. He's if y'all not familiar with him, he the guy that actually pulled Tupac out of the car when he got shot and all that, and he was his last bodyguard. And so, you know, in the interview, I said to him, he wrote a couple of books and stuff, and he made the conspiracy theories about who he think killed Tupac and the government and the whole Suge Knight thing. Everything that you know about Tupac's death he's the one that was name dropping and exposing people and stuff. And so I had asked him inside this interview 2 weeks ago, I said, dog, you ain't scared that nobody gonna blow your goddamn head off? You know what I'm saying? Trying to expose all these people? And he was like, nah, and da-da-da-da-da. And just sure enough, 4 days ago to today, somebody blew his head off. Crazy. I hadn't put the interview out yet. We're going to do, matter of fact, the first part goes up. It was the longest interview I ever did in my life, too. About 2 hours, too. And then while we was watching it, Notorious was on. The movie Notorious. It was crazy. So eerie. I have a lot of interviews like that where people die after I talk to them. So I hope y'all don't die after I talk to y'all. You know. Then Slim Dunkin. So y'all familiar with Slim Dunkin? Yeah, Waka Flocka's guy. I got his last interview. The week, and he died like 4 or 5 days later, and whatnot. So those are really special interviews to me. But as far as ones that people that I always want to interview, I'd have to go with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is my favorite interview all the time because I wanted to be a boxer, and you know what I'm saying. I never thought that I would meet Mike Tyson, and he invited me to his hotel room to talk to him, and it was amazing. It was he let me ask him whatever, and it was cool. And he answered all of my questions, man.
You want to see him fly, Milan? Want to see him fly? Fly. Say no. Fly. Look at him, Milan. I'm away. I am flying for Mike Tyson's daughter because I don't want to get knocked out. You will get knocked out. I don't need that in my life.
I had just interviewed 50 Cent for the first time last year. And I'd known him for about 4 years now. And that was a cool interview, but I ain't on in front. I was a little scared, you know. I mean, because I can't just take off the gloves like I can take off the gloves with everybody else because he's my boss, and I have to have that respect for him. But it was just cool us finally getting a chance to sit down and, you know, toss it back and forth, though. Yeah. Oh, man. That's funny that you asked that because I was using me and Chris was just watching some Michael Jackson shit where he was you know, saying some pretty inspirational things about how he came into his own. But yeah, I've been fascinated with Michael Jackson ever since I was like 5 years old, man. It's just I don't know what it is. He's just a magical dude, man. You know, from the way he talked, the way he dances, the music that he puts out, he represents love. And, you know, he's just a mega superstar. And he made me want to be a star. I didn't know what I could do, what I was going to do to be a star. I wanted to be a singer. But I never could sing that good. I wanted to be a dancer, but I never could dance like Michael Jackson. But I knew I was supposed to be a star. And I don't know, I just been really in love with his music. He just, you know what I'm saying, really inspired me to do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could do anything because of Michael Jackson. I feel like I know him or something like that, man. I got a Michael Jackson tattoo. Yeah, you can see my Michael Jackson tattoo. I got a Michael Jackson tattoo. It's kind of gay when I think about it, but it's... Yeah. So, young Michael... And this is him in the Thriller video when he was a zombie. And this is him moonwalking right here. And this is his signature. Now I know what you're thinking. Did Michael Jackson really sign your arm? No. It's actually forged. But yeah, this means a lot to me. Every time I look at it, it makes me smile and it gives me, when I'm imbalanced, it brings me back to life. Michael Jackson, that's what he meant to me. He means love. He means, you know, He is power, talent. I don't know, just energy. You know, he's one of those people that died that you don't believe is dead. You know what I'm saying? He's just a legend. You know, it's everything that I want to be. I want to be a legend in what I do. Michael Jackson, man, greatest of all time. And if you don't know who Michael Jackson is, you need to Google him. You need to Google him. You need your ass whooped. Greatest that ever did it. The most gangsterous, nice dude in the world. He's gangster and nice. He's a cool dude, Michael Jackson. I got beaded jackets too. Y'all ever seen my beaded jacket? I got a blue beaded jacket, dog. Michael Jackson didn't even have a blue beaded jacket. On my birthday, I'm getting a gray one, man. So y'all look out for that birthday video. It's coming up on Monday.
No, this for me. That's yours, man. Oh. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Young Jack Thriller, a.k.a. Cock-Out of Sailor Man, a.k.a. Debo 3000, a.k.a. Frank Lotion, and you tuned in to GrandSmack. That's right, because if you ain't fucking with them, your ass about to get smacked real grand-like. Yeah, I'm going to put my foot up your ass, man, turn it sideways, and ask you, hey, is everything all right? Y'all go to commercial. Do I have something in mind? Don't kiss them hoes in the mouth. GrandSmack.
I don't kiss these hoes in the mouth. I don't kiss these hoes in their mouth. I don't kiss these hoes. I don't miss these hoes. Tell the hoe just fly down south.